friends, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and we're talking about a really fun topic today, which is not the main topic of my witchcraft channel, okay? So I'm going to have some new people that are just seeing me for the first time. I would like to say hello and welcome. We have a really amazing family of people here, all groups of ages, all over the world, really amazing family. Right now, we're sitting at... I think I'm about to hit 400 subscribers, so thank you for all my friends. And in this video, we're gonna talk about some, reviews. People are asking me to do reviews of, American Horror Story. That's gonna take time. I have to actually watch them over and write the reviews because I want to do them really fucking well. I'm going to use my normal amount of swearing on this because I won't be posting these on the Pagans and Witches Amino app, which I love, you guys. I fucking love, and I wouldn't have this channel if I wouldn't have found that app and used it and met the people there and realized that it's so easy to make these videos and you don't need a studio. I have a couple of lamps, you know. I don't have perfect focus or anything, but I'm using my cell phone. I'm doing it because I need you guys. So, what are we reviewing? We're reviewing right now Black Mirror because I know it so well. So we're going to start with Black Mirror, episode 1. And first I have to say what Black Mirror is, okay? It is a it is a show that is British and American mixed, from what I can, describe best. Every single episode is a whole new story and a whole new different cast, okay? Which I love too, because you can watch one, be done with it, and they're usually about an hour, give or take. Some are 50 minutes, some are an hour and 10 minutes. Oh gosh. Gives me chills. The first time I watched it, I was just like, what the fuck is this show? Because episode 1, let's talk about it. I know that a lot of you have seen it and you want to review because you want to think what I think. What does other people think? Especially a woman. Well, basically, and there's spoilers throughout this. So if you've not seen it and you don't want spoilers, stop. Because I'm going to tell the thing and say what I think. So it starts out in the beginning where the Prime Minister, of Great Britain is woke up in the morning of his bed and his wife. He gets the call. He's like, holy shit, okay. He runs out of bed. He goes to the main office where all the big people are, all of the, government or whatever you would call it in the UK. They tell him that basically somebody has stolen the princess, which would be at this point, someone stole Kate, Kate Middleton or something, and that would be kind of the scenario. And this person who stole her has her hostage and says, if there are any children under 15, don't listen to this part. And it says that you have to have sex with a pig, like a swine, real sex with it, on camera in front of the whole frickin' everyone online. United States of America, whole world, UK, it's all live, okay? And he's like, you have to be kidding me, oh my god. So they have 10 hours until he's got to be there to do it, or the princess is going to get her head cut, or whatever, die. They threaten to kill her. So the queen, he gets a call from he says, I'm not doing it, there's no way I'm doing it. And even the people are like, are you going to do it? And he's like, what? Which I was like, what? There's got to be a way out. Somebody's got to say it's okay, you don't have to do that. You don't have to let the whole world see you do that live. And they make him do it for 45 minutes. I mean, those are the terms, So through the whole thing, he's like, oh my god, am I going to have to do this? And they send all the search teams out to but he's so good, there's no trace of him. There's no way to trace him through the call, anything. The princess missing, nobody saw anything, okay? So, he's fucking sweating his nuts off because who would want to do that? If that was me and someone said that a pig had to... oh hell no. You know, I don't know what I would do, but I wouldn't have, you know, been on the broadcast. I would have just run for my life, and then the queen calls him and says, basically, if you don't do this, your family is going to die, and your family's at risk. And he gets that message directly from the queen on the phone, which is kind of a big deal, because the prime minister, as far as I know, only meets with the queen once a week, and it's blah blah blah, it's like all planned and whatnot. You don't just like get phone calls, I don't know. So the queen says he has to do it. He's like, oh my god, what? So then there's like a team out, and it's funny because there's this weird side story where this lady's like giving camera shots of her boobs and her VGU, and then like having sex with this coworker on the side, which is a really weird kind of plot to have. But Black Mirror is so morbid. It hits you deep here and leaves you thinking for a long time. That's what makes it. No other show does that to me like this one, and I have to say that. It's a biggie. So, where are we at? So they think they find him, and they don't find him, and then basically it comes down to it. He has to do it. They're driving there. I mean, his wife is on the phone like, what are you going to do? And he won't pick up the phone, you know. He just cannot believe what he has to do. And then they give him some kind of medicine to give him an erection. And he is walking down the hall, and there's newscast, and your soul drops and is just sickened about what is it. And then they show people around Britain. Did you hear what happened? It's going to be live on the news. Everyone's in pubs or watching their TV because... And they tell everyone in Britain, do not watch this. Turn your TV off. Just don't support this cause, you know. But no one does. Everyone watches. And it happens. And he has to do it. And there's like basically porno on videos in front of him. And then a pig when he's walking in. There's like videos of porno. And it's all a big green screen room. And there's this giant pig who's eating. Like... It's insane. And then he has to, like, have sex with this pig for 45 minutes, and he can't stop, and it's amazingly disgusting and gross. They show his face during the act, and how disgusted he is. And they show, you know, bits, like, they don't show, like, you know, that, of course. But... remember, it is a British show, so you're going to see a little bit more than your normal, like, rated R things sometimes. Penises and such. So, sorry, it's just so heavy. Basically, and this is the big spoiler alert, the biggest spoiler alert, the guy who had her captured was just this random, like, painter guy who had a small flat in Britain. You know, downtown London, wherever, near where the princess was. And he let her go before the act even happened, and no one knew, and this is the chilling part, no one knew because everybody was watching the TV, and he knew that would happen. And so one person eventually drove down the street, I believe, and found her. That's how she got found. But everybody's still watching the act, it's happening, and then it's over, and she's safe. I forget, there was a warning in the middle of the movie, in the middle of the episode, where they got a finger in a box with the princess's ring on it. So they were like, oh my god, they mean it, they've cut off her finger. It wasn't her finger, it was his finger with the ring on it. Which to me seems like you would have known the difference between a delicate princess's finger and a painter's finger, but I'll let that pass. Because... how eerie it was that it wasn't even her finger and blah 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 was just like, oh my god, you know, like she never even got harmed. He went through with the whole act. And then they show him 1 year later. And, you know, the whole world respects him for what he did, but is like, still like, oh, our prime minister, you know, and it's like so chilling because him and his wife are all happy in the cab when they're talking to the media and such, and then they walk in the house and she's like hates the hell out of him, cannot look at him, is sickened by him, And he's just standing there like, I tried to save the world. Like, what else was I supposed to do? I saved my family. I have chills all over my arm. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can see that, but seriously, that show is so flipping good. Hey, I was able to do that in 10 minutes. That's kind of a short video for me. So that's what I have to say about it. I would love your guys' comments. I'm sorry I had to say things like so crude, but that episode is so crude. And here's what's extra interesting is it's the crudest out of all of them. So I think when they made that show and you go to watch episode 1, they were thinking, let's just freak them the fuck out and see if we can get to the... like, that's sick. And if they keep watching, then they deserve to watch the rest of the episodes, because the rest of the episodes aren't like that. Like, they're eerie, get you grossed out in the soul, or get you down in the soul, but they're not gross like that. So that's why I think those writers are kind of brilliant, or they're absolutely brilliant, but why I think they're extra brilliant is because they made that the first episode. And if you continue watching, I feel like it's a gift to you for getting through it. Come back with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch. I'm going to sit and talk about episode 2 of Black Mirror, okay? Love you guys. See you later.